Guys, in this video, Blake and I have snuck behind the scenes in a football store to give you guys the best tips, hacks, secrets on buying boots. Stay tuned. Make sure you don't miss out on all of our latest content. Turn on notifications and make sure you're subscribed.
So another great way you can save money is investing in cheaper models. So this is the Mercurial Superfly 360 Elite. It's got Flyknit, it's got 360 degrees Flyknit. It's a very, very high performing football boot, but you can save money when you go for the Pro version of the Superfly. It's kind of very similar. It's got a Nike skin upper, so the upper is slightly different, but it will save you lots of money, and it's definitely a money saving hack you can do. Another great option you can do is over to the Tempo range. So this is the Legend 7. It's got K-leather, Flyknit on the back, and a hyper-reactive sole plate. But we recommend going for the Pro because it will save you lots of money. Why? Because it's got K-leather. It's pretty much the same boot. As you can see there, the picture, they look very similar. Sole plate is slightly different, but overall, you're getting more value for money when you go for the Tempo Pro over the Tempo Elite. So we've seen the Mercurial and the Tempo, but what about Adidas's Salo? So this is the Adidas Copper range, the 19 Plus to 19.1, very, very expensive models. The boot we recommend you should go for is the Copper 19 Gloro. Why? Because it's got a fold over tongue, a pretty comfortable leather upper here. You're getting so much value for money when you go for this Salo over the very expensive 19 Plus and the 19.1 Salos.
So, instead of having to buy two pairs of boots, one for firm ground, one for soft ground, if you're looking at something like the Adidas range, then you can go ahead and get yourself a box of these studs. They are plastic tipped, and what you can do is you only have to buy one pair of boots. You buy the soft ground ones, and then you can put the plastic studs in and replace the metal ones. So when you've got a firm ground pitch, when you're playing in the summer, you can still wear these boots, and you don't have to buy two pairs of boots. You only have to buy one pair, and they'll work on muddy, wet pitches and hard, dry pitches as well.
So to get these studs, all you need to do is go to adidas.com and head over to the football section, and you should be able to pick these up for less than £15. So one thing we definitely recommend when you're in a store is that you try before you buy. Now this will make sure you get the right fit, the right feel, and the right size. So when you're in a store, definitely try before you buy. It's a saving hack, a money saving hack, because you know the fit's going to be perfect. So when you put your boots on, they're going to fit you like perfect. Literally the worst thing in the world is when you buy a pair of boots online and they don't fit you perfectly. They're too big or even too small. And with modern day football boots, they are very high performing and fit quite tightly on your feet. So we think it's essential to come into a store like Ultra Football Sydney and try these boots on. Another fact to know is that Nike, Adidas and Puma boots all fit differently. So a 9UK and a Nike Mercurial could be a smaller or bigger size with a 9UK and an Adidas X. As well as sizing differences, each and every boot has a different fit. For example, Nike's Mercurial has a narrow fit, whereas the Tempo Legend will suit wider foot types. The same with Adidas's X and Nemesis, which are quite narrow, whereas the Copper may be the better option for wider feet. So when you come into a store, try several different boots on and you'll know what size to get, and hopefully you'll have a better idea on what to get online the next time you want to buy boots. If you can't go to a local store, then you can watch our video we made ourselves on how to size your feet and to know what foot type you are. Following the steps, you'll find out how long your feet are, i.e. the size you should go for, and how wide your feet are. If you are someone who has wider feet, you should know that most football boots do not accommodate for wider foot types, but there are a couple of boot options out there which should work for you, such as Nike's Tempo or New Balance's Tekla.
So you're looking at getting a pair of the new Predators or a pair of the new Superflies or something like that. But the thing is, if you look to go to older models, you can save some serious cash. So I've got an older model of the Superflies here, going to make a significant saving on the latest generation of the Superflies. These are the 5. Obviously the 6 is going to cost you a lot more than these. And then again, those are the Predator 19s. These are the Predator 18s. Very similar boot, especially the Predator. You're going to save a lot of cash if you go back to the older generations that stores and websites are trying to clear out.
Many online football stores will have much older generations at much lower prices as well than the current generations. So in this day and age, most modern football boots are quite similar in terms of fit, feel and performance than their predecessors. For example, we recommend something like Adidas's Predator 18 range, Nike's Superfly 5, or even Puma's EvoPower ranges, all of which are great football boots but are now defunct.
So one of the simplest hacks in this video is to bring your own socks to a football store, because the fit will be exactly the same when you jump on that training pitch, when you jump on the matchday pitch. So we've got some true socks here, we've got them on, we're going to try some boots on with our own socks in the new boots. They're going to be much better on the matchday services, they're going to be exactly the same. So one cool way you can save money is to invest in an older colorway. So if you go into a store and you see that this is at full retail price, this is the current Always Forward Wave 2 Superfly. But if you want to save money, you invest in this solo, so the same boot but an older colorway. So this is the Just Do It World Cup Superfly. It's got to be about 30 to 50% off cheaper than their current retail version. Again, the same thing, this is the Chapter 6 kids version of the Superfly, and it's got to be cheaper than the final chapter, the Chapter 7 for CR7. So invest in older colorways, it will definitely save you money.
So very similar to buying an older generation boot, you can be cheeky and invest in older colorways, especially for football boots which have been around for over a year. I can guarantee you will save money if you research for an older colorway for Nike's Hyven Phantom 3, Team Legend 7 and even Mercurial 360. For Adidas, there should be cheaper colorways for the Nemesis 18 and X18 as well. And of course the Copper and Predator 18s will be cheap as well.
Alright, so this tip is all about making putting on boots a lot easier if you're in a store. So either bring your own shoehorn if you've got one already, or head over to the Adidas side of the store, because the Predators and the Copper 19s, they come with shoehorns. Grab one out of the box there, and then if you're trying on something like the Phantom Vision, which can be a little bit niggly to get on, you can use the shoehorn to help you get it on. And any other boots that are hard to get on, use the shoehorn. You're going to help your fingers out, and you're going to make it a lot easier to try on boots with the shoehorn, because you still want that snug fit that you can get when you try boots on.
So one great money saving tip. So for your match days, you get your best boot, you get your Superfly Elite. But if you want to save these, if you don't want to wear these all through season, all through training, you invest in a cheaper solo. So you get this for trainings and you get this for match days. This means that this boot will last the full length of a season, potentially 1 or 2, even 3 seasons. And this can be your cheaper training solo. It doesn't really matter in trainings, you're just wearing them, you're just running around. It doesn't really matter too much. So invest in cheaper boots for trainings and you save your best boots for your matches.
To save money for this hack, you'll need to invest in a scaled down or lower tier boot. We recommend something like Nike's Premier or Adidas's Copper Gloro as being the perfect boot for training, and this means you can invest in a high-end performing boot such as Nike's Mercurial or Adidas's X for your match days. This may mean your 2 boots will last a full season, if not 2 or even 3 seasons.
Alright, so we're over at the socks, but this hack is all about boots. And the thing is, if you're a kid and your feet are still growing, then invest in a boot that is slightly larger, either half a size or a size larger, because then you can grow into them as you get bigger, and you're not going to have to buy new boots as soon, and you just double sock. So Jerome Boateng at Bayern Munich is well known for double socking. It's where you wear 2 pairs of socks, and it's going to mean that 1, you're not going to have as much friction around your feet, so you'll get less blisters, and 2, you're going to be able to take that second pair of socks away at some point when you need to fit into the boots as your feet grow.
So one of the best things to save some money is to invest in the cheaper models, but they're still elite. So this is the Nemesis 18 Plus. Quite expensive, but go for something like the Nemesis 18.1. The Messi version is a great colorway. It's going to be maybe £50, at least £50 cheaper than the Plus models. The same thing with Nike's Dynamic Fit Collar collection. Go for the boots without the collar. It will save you a lot of money.
So new boots are coming out all the time, and if you're not sure what pair are going to be good for you, then ask an expert. If you want to talk to us, then you can get in contact on our website and we will answer questions about what boots are good for you. We've got webinars where we'll tell you what's happening. You can also look online at reviews. There's reviews about all the new boots that come out. We try and list the best reviews that we've got on the stuff that's come out, and so you can educate yourself about what boots are going to suit you.
If you're buying boots, you can give eBay or Amazon a go. On these sites, you can guarantee you can find yourself a bargain, and you'll find boots which most online football stores won't have. Most of the stuff you'll find online or on eBay or Amazon will be older generations and colorways, and the occasional limited edition boot at inflated prices will be seen as well. Personally, I've used eBay to grab myself a pair of Total 90 boots and Magista Ober Cleats, which are well over 2 years old. If you have old boots which won't be used again, you should try and sell them off for a lower price so someone else can get some use out of them.
So we're going to hit the pitch. That wraps up our money saving hacks video.
Go enjoy your football.